Okay, so this will be how to model a bottle, import images, and model off of your images. So first thing we're going to do is press the middle mouse button to get to our four-way view or orthographic views. And you want to go to the one that says front. Excuse, I believe it's always here, but if it changes, whatever. You want to be in the front view. So I'm gonna middle mouse button click. I'm gonna expand the screen, and I'm gonna go over. Where is it? Oh no, it's up here. It's display. No, that's not it. Options, configure. Yeah, that's what it is. So you want to go to options and configure, and you get this these parameters right here. Now you want to go to the one that says back. All right. And then anytime you see three dots in Cinema 4D, that means image or file. So click on this, and now I'm gonna go get the last thing. Hold on, let me see where it's saved. I don't think it's saved to where I think it did. Open file. Where it didn't save to my downloads. Ah, okay. I know where it is. So I go here and I'll just go Control C, Control V, enter, and I'll do the Corona one first. Okay. So I found the image, I imported it in here. Now the thing is that this can be a little bit bright and overwhelming. So if you want to mess with the transparency, you just come in here and we can you know, adjust that if it's too much for our eyes, which it is for me sometimes. All right. And so if we go, not the size, well, yeah, this does enlarge it, but I want it to go to this. I want to raise it so that it kind of sits on the ground. You know which one's the ground because, of this red line. And it should automatically be in the center, but yeah, I guess this is kind of centered. Probably could go over a little bit. Ooh, wrong one. I need to go to X. So I'm just trying to get it as close in the center as I can. Okay. So now I'm going to we go back into this view, we can see that plane isn't there. So it's only in our front orthographic view. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to well, I'll go back here. I'll left click on this, go to cylinder. Now I have my cylinder. Now if this thing is too bright like it is right now, like I'm trying to view my object and it's just yeah, too bright, I'm going to tone it down, options, configure, and I'll go in here. So yeah, that's good for me. All right, so let's start modeling. Let's take this one right here. Well, actually, S. Okay. So in other programs, well, I guess I'll get into that a little bit later. But if we scale like this, it's okay because it uniformly scales. But sometimes it can, I guess in other programs, you could actually just be scaling in one axis. So, but we can only do that if we make it editable. So if I press C right now, and I'm just going to type in NB just so we can see these. So if I just typed in C for this one to be editable, and then I'm scaling it like this, it looks like the same, like it's doing the same thing here, but this is uniformly scaling. So that's just important to know. But let's delete this one because we're only going to be using this. So first, what I like to do is I like to find the part of the object. Well, actually, this is good because we can actually try to get this in its center more, the background image. So let's go back to options, configure, and go to this offset. And try to get this more in the center. I'm pressing E, move it up. You just want to get the widest part first. All right, I think it's pretty good. All right, so we can just scale it up to about here, let's say. Just maybe a little bit bigger. I think that's perfect right there. Okay. So if I look at this, I look at my the roundness of it, it doesn't look very round. So I'm gonna add some more detail to it. So I'll click on this and I'll go to my rotation segments. Let's just see how much so now it's 16. Let's do 32. All right, this is pretty good. All right, cool. So it's nice and round now. Now let's go ahead and make it editable so we can start doing some extrusions. So I'm gonna go back here. If I press uh, C or go over here to the make editable, now I've enabled it so I can get these faces. Um, I can press this or press the number 9 to get the what's live selection. Yeah, and I'll just highlight all of these. Middle mouse button click, go back into this view, and now let's extrude it. Now, if you press Control and then uh, move, you're actually extruding. So let me show you what I did. Well, I'll just do it for this face real quick. If I hold down Control and then move, now I've extruded. And then I can press like T to scale and kind of like scale it from there. So I'm gonna do that, but just on the bottom. So E to move, Control, holding down Control, moving, holding down Control, move it here. Now it's time for me to scale it in. So I'm gonna press T, and I'm just gonna click on the side and scale it in right there. E, Control, T, scale. All right. Now check this out. I could have like done that a few more times here to get some more detail in there to get it a little bit round, but I can add that later. And I can also do adjustments. So if I do press a UL, I can get like this mode right here. Right now it's on faces, but if I go to edges, if I get UL, now I get that whole edge loop because that's what UL does. Gets the whole edge loop. And then I can press T and then scale that. Now the other thing I can do is I can right click on the object and I can go to loop path cut. So now I can place this along one of these edges, click it. And now I've just added a new edge. I'm gonna press 9 to end that. And we see we've added this new edge. Now to get that edge loop again, UL, click it, touch it, press T, scale it out. And there we go. Click right here. I can do the same thing. So now I'm kind of putting a little bit more detail in there. All right, so I'm gonna get these bottom faces. So I can put it on this face mode right here. Oh, it's already got the bottom faces, but let's just say I had something else selected. I can go over here to the rectangle selection, select them, right? And it's already on the arrow. Hold down Control, click drag, T, scale in, and there we go. So we got the bottom. Now let's look at it in this view. So we got it, we're building it. Now let's get these top faces. So remember, I can grab my rectangle, select it, or I can press 9 and grab them like this. So whatever way you feel more comfortable, I guess. Either way works. All right, so do the same thing. Control click, move. Control click, move. T, scale in. E, control click, move. T, scale. E, control click. T, scale in. E, control click. T, E, control click. It might be control. I don't know what it is on the Mac, but you'll figure it out. So control or command or one of those. Um, E, PC's control. T. So right now I'm not really caring about that. I'm just over here on this side doing it, uh, using this as my guide. Ooh. E, control click. T, E, control click. T, control click. Control click. So I'm just following the contour of this bottle. E, control click. T. Almost there. So I'm just using E, T, and control. So using the keyboard shortcuts really helps because it would be painful if I was like, all right, I'm gonna do an extrude, you know, it'd be horrible. Anyway, control click, T, E. So we're nearing the top, and I will control click, T, and then you know what else you could do? You could do like this. Go E, and then just click, click. So I could do this too, and then I could just do UL, and then go to my edge, and then select the edge, and then just press T. So I'm just double clicking on it now to get the whole edge loop. And then I can select like something like this, and then I can go right click and go to bevel, and then just click and drag. And then, I have this extra edge right here. I can go to the subdivision, add a little bit more to make it rounder, and then press 9 to quit. So now I'm double clicking, UL, get that edge, right click, bevel, click and drag, and now I'm getting more roundness in there. All right, then I can do it like something over here. So I'm just clicking and dragging, putting a little bit right there. I'll click on this one, click and drag, just give it a little bit more detail in that area. Click and drag, just a little bit, maybe give it one. So I'm just doing this just to take the edge away a little bit. Click and drag right here. Click and drag right here. Yep, this is where we're at. All right, cool. Little mouse button click. And now we've got ourselves a bottle. Press 9. Click on this. S. All right. And then if I type in NA, now we can see it like this. I guess if I was to make a cap, I could just go to cylinder. You know what? To be honest with you, I've never made a cap before. I think I'll know how to make it. I'll do a 32 on this, and I will go to caps, and then I will take off. Now I'll keep the cap on. Let me see about fillet. Okay, so I'm giving myself some roundness up here. Okay, that looks cool to me. So I'm gonna press S to kind of zoom in. And I'm gonna do press C to make it editable, or press this right here. So C, then I'm gonna, it's on 9 right now. Well, I'm press 9 to get my live selection. I'm going to put it on faces, take all these faces right here. Um, there's a way to grow faces. What is it? Select, grow selection, U, Y. So type in U and Y. Okay. So this would be like the greater than in Maya to, get the next selection. Next selection. So go UI, UI. So it's growing that selection. I'm going to delete that. Then I'm going to go to these points. I'm going to go to every other point. All right. And this is just to give the cap those little sharp edges. All right. So grab every other point. I'm going to like scale it down now. And I'll press R for scale. I mean T for scale. Scale them in just a little bit. E again. Scales down. I'm gonna do U. No, wait. Right click. Press 9 to end it. Right click. Do a loop path cut. Yeah, this is what I want. I want like this. So I'll just click right there. Press 9, and I'm gonna do another UL to grab that. Oh, I gotta put it on edges. Click this, and then press T for scale. Kind of like scale it out a little bit, I guess. All right. Cool. All right. So now I'm gonna go over here to. Well, I just clicked on my my faces. Oh, polygons. And I'll just right click. Ah, sorry. 9 to quit. I'll just select them all. I shouldn't have to select them all, but let me see. If I go to extrude and click and drag, okay. Now I'm giving it some thickness. And then I click on create caps. I think we leave it like this. All right, press 9. And then also go here and press T and squish it down. Okay. So now I have my cat. The cat took more. Eh. Should have looked at the reference a bit more before I did it. But I think y'all get the point. Just a little quick cap.
Can you not just extrude out the bottle cap too, along with the rest of the bottle, or kind of like when we do it in Maya, we kind of just extrude out the bottle cap with the bottle.
I guess you could do that. It depends on how close it is, to be honest with you. But I think it's always a good measure to try to make things, or a good practice to try to make things the way they're made, like how they really are built.
Okay.
So yeah, I would try to do it. Of course, you should probably, I mean, I scaled these in, I guess a bit too much. I didn't have it like, lined up with the bottle. You know what I was doing wrong? I didn't like just keep in mind like the reference. I kind of was doing it off of, off the top of the dome. But